Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Today's video, I'm planning to make 3 different varieties of party food, party nibbles, which are perfect for potluck gatherings, birthday parties and Diwali gatherings as well. So this is basically one dough that we are using, which can be used in multiple ways, saving up a lot of time and energy in the kitchen. So I have measured in 1 cup of maida, plain flour. To this I add in salt to taste, half a teaspoon of ajwain, tablespoon of sesame oil into the flour, combining it well first and then adding in warm water to knead the dough. So we add in very little water at a time, combining well together and adding a little bit more water to maida than chapati ka atta, as chapati ka atta will be exactly the same consistency as you need it even during the resting period as well, but maida takes in a little bit of more water, absorbs more water during the resting period, so we make it slightly more soft because and after the resting period, once it's done, it'll be perfect to roll as well. So this is basically one dough that we have made, and we're going to split this into 2 sections with 2 different fillings, 2 different shapes and 2 different varieties of party food. One multifunctional atta is what we have made right now, and this is the consistency of the dough, which is perfect, soft, and we're going to cover this up and allow it to rest for at least an hour, and in the meantime we're going to make the filling ready. Now that the dough is ready, let me tell you what we are making. We are making half a portion using the dough, making dry kachoris. Now to make the stuffing for the dry kachori, I'm adding in a tablespoon of sesame oil. Once the oil is warm enough, to this I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of dhania seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. We wait for it to sizzle in to turn it aromatic. Quarter cup of gram flour, besan, kadalebelli hittu, and we're going to keep stirring this until the gram flour is properly cooked, thoroughly cooked, and we get this beautiful aroma and get rid of all the raw smell. So we're going to do the entire process on low to medium flame. You can see it's turned beautiful golden in color, and also there are slight crumbles in this, but that's fine. We're going to grind it into a mixie jar, which will turn out the whole of the gram flour nice and silky. So for this, we have turned off the flame now. Now let's add in a lot of flavor to this masala, making it spicy, flavorful, filled with flavors. I'm adding in 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of amchur powder, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Salt to taste. And we give it a good mix. We wait for it to cool down slightly, and then we're going to grind this into a fine powder. Now this is the stuffing that we are going to use in making dry kachoris today. This is actually such a simple filling recipe that you can make way beforehand and keep it ready to the point when it's ready as a filling, as a powder. And once you want to go out for a gathering, you can just use this and fill it up in your kachoris. It's that simple and that quick and that easy. You don't even have to have a lot of ingredients to make this. These powders are something that you readily have in everybody's kitchen cabinets. It's readily available. So let's grind this into a fine powder now. Beautifully, it's become into a powder, and we have also got rid of those little crumbs from the basin. Now I'm planning to make cocktail samosas, which are super cute, tiny, filled with flavors, for which I'm peeling off the skin from the boiled potatoes, and this will be the stuffing that will go in the cocktail samosas, for which I'm going to mash up these potatoes just roughly with my hand. Now to make the stuffing ready for the samosas, I'm adding in a tablespoon of sesame oil, half a teaspoon of jeera, 1 medium-sized onion which I've cut very finely, Now that the onions are slightly brown in color, we're going to add in freshly crushed ginger and freshly crushed garlic as well. Try and use fresh garlic and ginger, in which way the filling will taste really nice, tasty, aromatic and full of flavor, instead of using the store-bought minced garlic and ginger paste. Quarter teaspoon of dhania seed, quarter teaspoon of fennel seeds, salt, 1/8 teaspoon of haldi, turmeric powder, freshly made green chili paste, half a teaspoon. And now to this we add in the mashed potatoes. Adding in salt to taste. I also like to add in around half a teaspoon of amchur powder to get that khatas, like really nice, making it tangy and flavorful. Also, we finish it off by adding in garam masala powder. So we're going to give this a good mix, combine it well, warm it up nicely, and this is the stuffing that we are going to stuff in the samosas. So we're going to turn off the flame now. I divided the dough into 2 equal halves. I'm using one portion to make samosas and the other portion to make kachoris. Now, I'm going to roll this into a nice big disc. Let's cover up the remaining dough so that it doesn't dry up. And I'm just using plain flour. Okay, so I have rolled it into small disc size because we are planning to make mini cocktails. If it was to do with the bigger version of samosas, the regular samosas that we have, then the disc size would be a little bit more bigger. I'm just using a blunt knife and slitting it in half. Hold this, create a cone like this, and then press down so that we seal the ends, and there's a sharp pointed bit. We seal this and we use a nice good portion of the stuffing so that the cone is beautifully filled with the stuffing. And only if you feel the need, just apply some water, give a fold to the dough like this, like a frill, and then you're going to seal the ends. That's it. And you can see a nice beautiful samosa, a cone-shaped samosa sitting upright. Now that these samosas are ready, I'm going to transfer them onto the air frying tray, and I'm going to keep the rest of the elements ready as well, and then I'm going to air fry all of them together at once, saving up a lot of time. But if you have a party that is planned at home, what you can do is keep everything ready to this point and refrigerate them, and when your guests arrive, that's when you can air fry them or deep fry them. Now with the remaining dough, I'm going to divide it into small portions to make very cute dry kachoris. I've just pinched the size of the dough to make kachoris. I'm just going to keep the rest of the dough in the bowl and cover it up so that it doesn't dry up. I'm going to dust it and flatten it down slightly so that we have this little bit of portion to fill in the dried powder that we had made. Okay, so this is the small disc that we have. Once you have rolled this into a small disc, you're going to hold this on your palm for easy filling, and then you have your filling here ready. You're going to get a nice good portion. Keep it in the center. Hold the ends, press it, seal it, and then you gently press it down again. The end is sealed here and we press it down. So this way we can create a cute little mini version of kachoris. It's called dry kachori because the filling inside is a dried powder. Now that we have all these kachoris ready, I'm going to fill up the air frying tray and keep them ready too. If you're planning to deep fry them, you can do the same method. Keep them in the refrigerator for some time until you're ready to deep fry them, in which way the dough will not absorb a lot of oil when you keep them refrigerated. So I'm going to keep them back into the refrigerator until I make the third element, the third recipe ready. When you're planning to make cocktail samosas, small samosas, bite-sized samosas, we have to pinch the dough in a very small size, and that's how you can manage to get those cute little tiny cocktail samosas. Depending on the size of the dough, that's how your samosas will turn up. Now that we have these cute little button-sized dough, we're going to keep them aside and we're going to use maida, plain flour, as and when we need to dust. We're going to roll this into a disc. So this is the size, just very small disc is what I managed to get. We're going to use a blunt knife, cut it in half. This way we'll have a cute little semicircle, and what we're going to do is hold the semicircle in this angle, create a cone and pinch the top section so that it's pointed, and then hold it like a cone shape this way in between your fingers, in which way you'll have a nice cone shape. And I'm just going to use my hands because it's so small and tiny, and we're going to fill this stuffing in the center generously as much as we can. Water, tap it at the ends, give a fold onto the dough just like a frill, and then press down. So this way we have cute little samosas, cocktail samosas, mini version samosas ready. Look at these beautiful, cute little cocktail samosas, mini version samosas. As cute as they look, they are super cute to eat as well. It takes a little bit of more time to do them because when they're small, it takes a bit more time than the bigger ones, than the larger ones. But they are incredibly cute to look. And now that these are ready, I'm going to set them in the air fryer. But if you wish, you can deep fry them too. I'm just going to brush them with oil on both the sides just before setting them in the air fryer. Now that I have coated them with oil, I'm going to place them in the air frying tray. Let's get these samosas and kachoris too, and I'm going to place them. I'm going to coat them with oil now because I'm going to set them in the air fryer. You can fit in so many together at once. In fact, it's a lot easier when you do things in the air fryer because you don't have to stand in front of the oil deep frying them and getting tired. But air frying is so easy. Once you have them in the tray, coat them with some oil, and in they go, and you don't have to bother. You can clean up, tidy up in the meantime, and here we have all of them lined up together. So beautiful, so lovely. I set them in the air fryer for 10 minutes time at 190 degrees temperature, and then I'm going to flip them over for the next round so that they're evenly cooked this time. And this is how they look at the minute. They still need to be cooked further and have this really nice golden brown in color. So we're going to flip them over on the other side, and I'm going to brush them again with oil, but this is entirely optional. Only if you wish to do so, you can set them back in the air fryer. But if you want to coat them another layer of oil, you can do so. I would prefer to do them like this so that it's not much. It's definitely better than deep frying, so I wouldn't mind for another coat of oil. Right, in they go back into the air fryer for the next 10 minutes. So look how beautifully they are done. So in total, they have taken 20 minutes time at 190 degrees temperature. I have a nice big pack of frozen fries from the freezer. I've set the air fryer for 10 minutes time at 190 degrees temperature. Look how beautifully these fries are done. Now, let's make them masaledar fries. In the meantime, we are going to make a nice kick for the fries. We are going to make a nice strong masala, for which I'm using half a teaspoon of amchur powder, a teaspoon of jeera powder, half a teaspoon of chaat masala, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, salt, and we're also adding in very little of sugar. Let's combine it well, mix it. So we have this powder ready, and all we have got to do is sprinkle nice, good, generous amount of this powder onto the fries to make masaledar fries, which will add a good Indian twist to the fries. And when these fries are Indianized, they add such great flavor and make it so tasty and tempting that even your guests would enjoy it. We're going to make a nice tadka on the pan using makhan, butter. Because when it comes to Indian version, it has to be rich and flavorful as well. So we're going to add in a nice dollop of butter, all the fries together at once, and the spicy powder as well on top. So we're going to sprinkle this, and then we're going to coat them as much as it takes in. It looks really nice and it smells so good. I love when we add in amchur powder to any of the recipes. So I'm adding in all of the powder, and we coat them really beautifully. Look how nice, sizzling hot makhan maar kya these fries. I just love the Indian version of fries. It just makes it so tempting. Perfect way to serve your guest, and I would do this if I had a party at home. I would just assemble all of them together at once in one tray, and this way the guest will know what's the menu, and also it looks beautiful when you serve all of them together at once. It's already looking so beautiful, so lovely. And let's get these cute little mini version of samosas as well at the side. A perfect blend of party nibbles is what you can make so easily at home with all the ingredients that are readily available in everyone's kitchen. And how amazing does this look? I'm in love with what I've created and I can't wait to try and eat all of it. This is a perfect way to share with your family and friends, perfect way to take for a potluck gathering, and a great selection for your friends as well to pick up whatever they wish to eat. Serve it with a meetha chutney or a tikka chutney or tikka and meetha chutney together as well, and enjoy this. This is wholesome and filling as well. So yeah, please try this at your home and do let me know what you think about it and how you felt when you tried this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video in full. See you all again soon next Friday. Take care. Bye bye now. Super ಆಯ್ತು ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ತಿಂತೀಯಾ ಮಸ್ತಾಗ್ಯಾವಲ್ಲ ಇವು ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಚಂದದವೆ ಸಮೋಸಾಸು ನಂಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು ಸಮೋಸಾನ ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಸಣ್ಣವಲ್ಲ
Bum,